and welcome back to another episode of the White Sox March to October. In our first two episodes, we're off to what could be considered a shockingly good start at 9-4. We've made our way up to 70 projected wins, which now projects us finishing in third place in the division, so we're making our way up. And also, I feel like I just want to point out that I'm recording this video today a bit differently than I did the first two with a face cam. So now I should be able to move it around while I'm editing and not ever block anything that's on the screen, so I can just be bouncing around the screen all episode. But also, I bring that up in case there's an issue with the video today. That's why. But we're going to be kicking off today's episode with our first player lock moment. We've got Dominic Fletcher ready to go for a player lock today, and he's already off to a kind of nice start here. I mean, the power's showing up a bit, 3 homers already. Average almost at 300, on base almost at 400. So let's go ahead, let's hop into this game here, this player lock game. And for anybody who might not be familiar with March to October, let me explain real quick what exactly a player lock game does. So when we player lock as a player that's already on the MLB roster, depending on how I play today, we'll get a rating of either a 1, 2, or 3 plus or no pluses. And the boost that gives isn't really quantified. It just kind of says, hey, these guys are going to play a little bit better in games that are simulated. But in my experience, in March to Octobers in the past, even just a 1 plus is like a big deal, and it turns somebody who might not have like an amazing season into having a pretty good season. And then obviously the more pluses you get, the better they tend to play. So you can see why with a young player with pretty solid potential, this is a pretty big deal here. So I gotta lock in, I gotta have a good game, and I probably could be swinging at that right away. And of course, he gives me another pitch right there, and I miss it. I find a way to miss it. That also kind of seems to be another thing, is for whatever reason, sometimes, man, these player lock hitting moments, I don't do well in. Get over his head. Come on. No, we don't. Dude, that's a 3-1 count I worked myself into. Got a pitch right down the middle and hit it well. I put a good swing on it. All right, third at bat here, and the scoring has finally started here. We've got 4 apiece. Surprised their starter's still out there, actually. All right, I got walked that time on 4 pitches. Didn't have anything to hit. A walk doesn't always do much for you, though, in one of these. And look at Paul DeJong 2 for 2 with a homer today. They want me to steal? Uh-oh. Oh, God, that was quick. I did not expect him to pick his leg up that quick, but we're in there. Okay, so now that's a walk and a stolen base. We can't get driven in. Couple ground outs after the steal, so it's still tied at 4, but at least we have a little bit going. And now we're down 2, nobody on, so all we can really do is get ourselves on base, and we got to face a lefty. This is not looking good. Yeah, and that was so hittable too. If you ever get a pitch to actually hit lefty-lefty with a guy who doesn't hit lefties well, that would have been what you asked for. I don't know, guys. I don't have a good feeling about this one. That's probably, yep, that's our last at bat. We lose. I didn't get a hit, and yep, they're not going to give me no pluses. We also get our first little bit of negative momentum, our first snowflake of the season, because the team lost. Guarantee, though, if that line drive got over the second baseman's head in our second at bat, we get a plus. All right, what's that gonna mean? Fletcher doesn't get a boost. We get a little bit of negative. We're down. We should still have a win, maybe 2 worth of momentum. That's probably only 1. So hopefully we get a quick turnaround. Okay, it's scouting time again. All right, the only thing I'm changing up here is I think 4 of the top 5 catching prospects are all like international. So we're sending out this scout to scout catchers internationally so we can get a bunch of progress at once. All right, now back into, okay, they want me to handle my trade management here, which I've already done, so we can skip past this, but that might usually mean that our first trade is on the horizon. I think we might have gotten swept by the Reds also, but I think we won the series against KC. So where are we at here? It's kind of tough to follow along without the wins and losses thing being as prevalent as it usually is. We're down to 11-8, 4 games back now in the division. Projected wins have stayed the same. All right, let's move on then. Let's try and get some momentum back. We've got a lead 2-1 here against Philly. All we got to do is shut down the game. We have Jimmy Lambert in, so it'll be our first time seeing him live, and I might be stuck using him. We'll have to see. He only has 2 pitches, but it looks like we're starting the inning clean, so I guess I could take him out. Should I take him out? You know, I am going to take him out, and I'm going to go to Crochet here. This is going to be us using our best arm in probably the most high leverage spot or best matchups, because we just have Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber due up back to back after Whit Merrifield, so I want the lefty out there to face those two, and I went the wrong way. Oh, lefties are mirrored. Come on, gotta remember this stuff. Okay, there we go. We brought it back from down 3-0, got the rollover. There's out number 1. Okay, another one over to Moncada at third. And come on, Benintendi, good break on it for a guy without great fielding. Good job from Crochet, and nothing says I have to take him out. I could leave him in to try and get a 2-inning save. Why am I taking that? What about that was like, hey, let's take this for strike 3. Oh, and now it's actually not a bad swing with DeYoung there. Making Dominguez throw a lot of pitches out there, and then I can't finish any of these at bats. And then 107 off the bat, routine grounder on 1 pitch. All right, so it's Castellanos, and then I think JT Realmuto up next. So yeah, you know what? I do think I do want to bring the righty in for this. We'll go to John Brebbia here. Says he only pitched 1 inning so far on the season, and I think I pitched that inning with him. So I don't know why the CPU's not using him. Ooh, and he got the call there on the circle change. There we go. Come on, Vaughn. Oh, it didn't let me dive. I pressed R2 so early. How is he already locked into something? No, not like that. Come on. Oh my, dude, they're going to get a double on that. A double on that? This is unbelievable. Oh, that's huge. That is such a huge play up the middle by Brebbia. Oh, and we got out of it. The 3-pitch strikeout, couple chases on sliders there from the 9-hole hitter, and we lock up the win. That should not have been as nerve-wracking as that ended up being. All right, so it was 2. As long as it's being truthful here, it is going to be 2. Sometimes it lies to you, or at least it has in the past. Says you get 1 more than you actually end up getting. Come on, we got to win this series again. Well, we did. We won the series against Philly. It's already scouting time again. Man, this is flying by. All right, I'm kind of leaving everything the same here, except changing up who our bat efficiency guy is scouting. I'm moving him to scout a different catcher. And then we do sweep the Phillies, and we're still going. Okay, a little bit of a 4-game winning streak there, and now we have our first call-up opportunity of the season. This isn't like that huge of one, because typically if you get a call-up chance like this, you get to do a player lock game with them, and then like it says at the top, perform well to earn an attribute increase and player boost. So like when you get a call-up and you do well in the player lock, you boost their attributes immediately. But you've never been able to player lock with relief pitchers, and I'm guessing that's not changing here. But a 67 overall to add to the bullpen is still an upgrade over some of the arms we have out there in the bullpen. And actually, looking at this list of who we can send down, I don't know, this could be new this year, or it just could be something I haven't noticed in the past, but not everyone shows up here. If we go into this screen where we can look at our rotation, Tukey and Sammy Peralta aren't showing up on the list of people we can send down, and that's because they're out of minor league options. So like sending them down would have to put them through waivers and all that sort of stuff, so I guess it just doesn't let you do that, which for what I want to do here kind of sucks, because I don't care about Sammy Peralta potentially ending up on a different team, having to be passed through waivers. I want to get rid of him to add this higher overall lefty. Well, I guess then it's between Prelander, Baroa, and Davy Garcia. Neither of them are having great starts to their seasons. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to send down Garcia, because him at a B potential, maybe it would help his development to be pitching down in AAA. You know, putting up better stats. Maybe that would help his development more than staying up in the bigs with an 8.5 ERA. So we get Tanner Banks up though, which that in itself is an upgrade to this bullpen, like 10 overall upgrade too. And now we're already moving in here almost almost to the end of April. Series against Tampa Bay were 15-11, but our projected wins have jumped up a bit to 72. The Twins being at 20-6, though, doesn't really help anything out. We don't need to have to chase down a record that good right away in our first year when we have the team we do. This could be a huge game, though, for momentum. We're starting down 2 runs, and if you make comebacks in March to October, you get a lot of momentum all at once. We're starting out right away with the bases loaded, so if I can come through in this spot, take the lead like right away, take advantage of this, we're looking pretty good. It looks like Kopech was our starter, though, so that means he finally had himself a not so good start. We have 11 hits on the board, but have only managed to turn that into 2 runs. Sounds very White Sox. And yeah, Kopech went 5, gave up 4. Tukey's been in for an inning. They still have their starter in. Well, he's got a lot of energy. I was gonna say 91 pitches in, but he's looking good out there. Oh, come on, that's the pitch. That's got to get over everybody's head. Yeah, we got to run. Oh, is it going to go? Paul DeJong with the grand slam, Oppo? Dude, I went from that being what I thought was going to be a flyout to thinking, oh, that's going to get down in the gap, and then it just went. That is huge, dude. That is so big, because also another thing about me playing March to October in the past is, for whatever reason, when we load in a spot like this with runners on, I have so much trouble bringing them around to score. I always have to get the runs myself, put them on base myself. But maybe we've turned a corner here. We go from being down 2 to up 2 on one swing. Nicky Lopez, no, he can't sneak that by, so that's going to be it for our 6th. But we did plenty. All right, well, I'm thinking we stick with Touki Toussaint here, see what he's got. Only took him 9 pitches to get out of his first inning. Oh, I thought he was going to make that play. I thought he was going to snag that, but that's probably fair that he didn't. Oh, that could be a 2-ball, though. Get it out of the glove. No, come on, Nicky. I feel like that was a relatively easy double play ball, and he just didn't want to flip it over to second. What happened to the diamond fielding? Oh, he's taking off on the first pitch, and he gets in there easy, too. Wow. Dude, come on. If Nicky Lopez just gets the ball out of his glove and we turn 2, that run doesn't happen. And I'm going to a new arm. It's just Jimmy Lambert, though, so, like... Okay. That should keep him at second, and if he goes... Okay, he's not going to go. Come on, Sosa at third today. He's going to make the play. We still have the lead maintained, but we definitely need more offense. I don't feel comfortable with just the 1. Really? I mean, that's just a good pitch. Nothing to complain about there. Oh, a 3-2 pitch right on the edge. Still a pretty solid swing, though. Eloy, another ground out, man. I worked a deep count in like every at bat there, and I still couldn't come away with anything. All right, the plan is leave Lambert in to face a Rosarena, and then I think they have 2 guys due up after Randy who don't hit lefties as well. So then we'll see our season debut of Tanner Banks, and there we go. There's our out. So we're going to bring Tanner Banks in to go lefty-lefty, and then the next batter's a righty that hits lefties worse. He actually has a really nice pitch mix here. 5 pitches, a lot of variety. Okay, that was my first time throwing a lefty sinker. And it's a strike. And there we go. Wave on the slurve. 3-pitch strikeout. Ooh, okay. They're going to a pinch hitter. They're not letting Jose Siri stay out there to face a lefty, which he wasn't very good at. Ooh, we end up with a punch out, though. So Banks comes in, strikes out 2, preserves our lead, and we just need to hold it for 1 more inning. And we have Luis Robert up here. It seems like his season's taken a bit of a turn for the worse, though, down to a 203 average. He's only added on 1 more home run since the last time we saw. And we'll just go ahead and add on another one. Fix it for him on 1 swing. I was all over that. I did not miss a stitch. I didn't even see that ball off the bat either. I have no idea where it landed. How far did that one go? 462. Guys, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun using Luis Robert Jr. throughout the course of this March to October. I already have a couple homers with him. His swing is so nice. He's hitting balls into a different galaxy. I mean, look at that. I'm actually a little disappointed, though, that the CPU doesn't think it's time to take out their pitcher after that Luis Robert home run. Like, I'm fine with it because I get to get another hit here, but he just pitched a full inning and then gives up a first pitch nuke. You'd think that's when they yank him. Oh, and they're still leaving him in. It makes even less sense. We'll take advantage of it, though. Of course, now is when David Fletcher wants to get a hit, or David Fletcher. That's a different Fletcher. Now I'm worried that I referred to him as David Fletcher earlier, too. I better not have. No way. There is absolutely no way that on a very early swing, Paul DeJong is hitting another home run. He hits a grand slam earlier. Now a 3-run shot. That's at least 7 runs driven in this game. And on a very early swing too. I didn't know he was like that. Maybe I'm also going to have a lot of fun using Paul DeJong in this series because that's already my 3rd home run with the guy. And there we go. Now we finally see a new pitcher. Now that it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, and we're still not done. Maldonado's drawing a walk. There are no outs yet in this inning. Oh, there it is. Couldn't quite wait back on that. We get 2 outs on 1 swing. Oh, a perfect from Benintendi. Is that just going to go also? Oh my God. The power on these White Sox. That was a liner. I did not at all think that that was going to have enough to make it out to center field. Oh, Sosa? I mean, I don't know. Anything can leave at this point. Okay, no, that one didn't quite have enough. But man, what an inning. That changes things so much. Not just does that practically lock this game down as a win, but as long as we don't let them get anything back, we should be getting a ton of momentum for making the comeback. And then we should even get extra now that it's a blowout win. I mean, we're up 6. There we go. There's out number 1 from Sammy Peralta, bringing in our 54 overall for the 9th inning. Right back to him for out number 2. And of course, we can't just get out of a clean 1-2-3 inning. That was a very annoying at bat there from the leadoff guy. Okay, there we go. I'll take it. Line shot to second ends it. What a win. Statement win. Probably our best win so far of the season. And yeah, look at that. We've got 4 momentum fireballs for the win, an extra 1 for a blowout. And this should hopefully set us up for a very nice stretch of simulated games here. Yeah, this is going to boost us almost full. That's about as full as we've had it yet this season. And what's that going to turn into? It's going to turn into a loss in our first game afterwards. We're going to stick pretty much with the same strategy here, except we're moving to scout international pitchers. And this catcher that we have halfway scouted here, if this is what he turns out to be, is definitely someone to keep an eye on. All right, back into simulating. We won the series against Tampa Bay, and this is our first trade. Okay, I was not expecting this to come up here in this simulation. I was about to end the episode, but now we got some decisions to make. So we have 2 trades from the team we just beat in the Rays, and the first one they're offering us is Zach Littell. I think that's how you say it. He's 28 years old. He's a 75 overall. He only has 60 stamina. That's not good for a starting pitcher. I mean, I could put him in the bullpen, but we already have a lot of bullpen arms with high stamina. Yeah, but I think this one's going to be a pass, though. I just don't think that's really the kind of player we're looking for. So what's this other one? It's going to be for Sean Armstrong, the guy that we just beat up on. He's 33. He's regressing slightly. He's got a 5.40 ERA, but that's pretty much just thanks to us. And he's also on the last year of his deal. He's a rental. It's not like we're really trading much away for him if I do get him. I mean, I doubt we find a way to get Moustakas up this year, and then this dude, D potential, probably not going to get any better. I'd be fine giving him up. So if we don't get anything better from the Reds, this might be a trade that I actually make. But what do the Reds want to give us? That's Nick Martinez. Wow. And I thought Zach Littell was rough when it came to stamina for a starting pitcher. How is he listed at a starting pitcher with 34 stamina? What happened there? How is that even possible? Is he actually, he is starting games. That's probably why he has a 10.16 ERA, because he gasses out in like the 2nd inning. But since he's a starter, they leave him in. Yeah, so we're not doing that one. I might do this Sean Armstrong trade. I feel like we may as well make a trade. It does kind of suck that this isn't really a trade that sets us up much for for the future, but it does help the team now, and we do still need help now because we're trying to win every season. We're not just looking for the future, and we're not giving up anything when it comes to our future. So I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to pull the trigger on this trade. I don't know what the Rays see in this trade, but I'm not really here to question that. So we're going to do it. Our first trade acquisition of the season of the White Sox March to October is going to be taking Shawn Armstrong from the Tampa Bay Rays. And we do win the series against the Twins. And now this is a very big situation to end up with. We have a chance to fast track a minor league starting pitcher right here, Jake Eder. He's a 64 overall. He's 25 years old. He's a C potential. So obviously we're going to accept to do that. And that seems like the perfect way to start next episode. But we're 19-13 in our first 32 games. That's not a bad spot to be in. That's actually a great spot to be in. The further into this season we go, the more development we get, the more trades we get popping up, our team's just going to improve. So to have this good of a start, we're really setting ourselves up in a good spot. I'm excited. But this is where we're going to end episode 3 here today, guys. So make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But thanks for watching another one today, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.